On the first night of our marriage, just as my husband and I were getting ready, there was a loud knock on the door, and my aunt-in-law's voice came. "Child, come out." I quickly got dressed and started thinking, what kind of a way is this? As soon as I came out, she said, "Today's your Sohagrat. The responsibility of doing everything well is on you. Babua is still immature." I started thinking shyly. After talking on the phone for 4 months, I understood how immature your Babua is. I said, "Okay, Buaji." Buaji said, "Just give me a grandson or granddaughter soon. Now delay in good deeds is not tolerated." Well, I came to my room and had a naughty conversation with my husband, and then what is bound to happen, happened. But for the next few days, guests kept coming and going in the house. Every time a woman would give blessings, she would say, "Give me a child soon." Earlier I used to feel shy, but gradually I started getting irritated by hearing this. One day I told my husband, "We should meet the doctor and think about having a child. It has been 6 months since the marriage." He replied, "Are you crazy? The marriage itself has cost so much. The responsibility of a child is a big responsibility. Let anyone say whatever they want. Listen with one ear and let it out from the other." I got angry and said, "You stay out of the house all day. I have to listen to you. The people at home talk about it. Even the people who call once a year, after saying hello, directly ask, 'Is there anything wrong with the daughter-in-law?' Now how do I answer everyone?" This is how we fought for the first time. Advice from mother-in-law and father-in-law. Then one day my mother-in-law started explaining to me, "Son, have a child soon. If there is any problem, then speak openly. We will talk to the doctor." I also said, "I want it, but your Babua doesn't want it." Now there was a ruckus in the house. Somehow, my wise father-in-law explained and ended the matter. Nobody said anything for 2 to 3 days, but one day in the evening, the same issue came up again. My husband said, "Right now I am not earning enough to take the responsibility of a child." Mother immediately said, "Will we spend crores on a child? When he is born, he will bring home his fortune. I have raised 3 children in your father's small job." My husband had no answer. Then my father-in-law intervened and said, "My income was less, but our expenses were also less. That is why the children grew up." Father-in-law's wisdom. Earlier, our needs were limited: food, clothes, and shelter. Apart from this, there was no need for anything else. But today, food, clothes, shelter, and internet are necessary to survive. Earlier, the whole house used to work with one phone. But today, the number of members is as many phones, and the number of recharges. In our time, if 2 children studied in school, one had to pay full fee and one half fee. If 3 children studied, 2 had to pay full fee and one had to be completely exempted. The school's only work was studies. Dress, books, copies could be bought from anywhere. But today, everything has to be bought from the same school at 4 times the price. Dal, rice, salad, and roti were enough for us. We used to take roti, vegetable, paratha, and pickle to school. But now, for competition, children have to be given continental food. Earlier, we used to eat outside once or twice a year, and today we eat outside twice a week. Drinking water was available from pure well, but today we have to buy water to drink. Whether it was fever or cold, children used to get well after massaging with oil. But today, even if children sneeze, doctors put them in special case and make bills of thousands. We used to reserve an auto and roam the whole city. Today, every member of the family needs a motorcycle. No one wants to travel by bicycle. Shanti, it is a matter of time. Babua does not want a child right now because he knows the reality of today. Inflation has not increased much, but our expenses have increased. So give him time to save some money. Shin Babua, you should make sure that you earn good money before becoming a father. Have a child, but raise him well. And most importantly, have a child on time. Otherwise, you will find out that you are about to retire and your child is giving his 10th class exams. After that day, there was no discussion about having a child in the house again, and my husband also understood. 2 years later, we had a daughter, whom we all raised together. Conclusion: if the elders of the house are wise, then the house always moves in the right direction and happiness remains intact. This story of mine is a message that we should understand our expenses and responsibilities and take the right decision at the right time. This not only makes our life better, but also keeps our family happy.